everyone and welcome back to the channel. I thought today I should do a slightly more fun video, so we're gonna do some makeup because I love makeup. Yeah, so let's go for it, and I can maybe tell you guys some things about myself. I also got some feedback recently from some of my friends about the videos, and so far it's been great feedback, so I'm really appreciative of them. Thank you guys, you know who you are. Hopefully you're watching right now, who knows, but I really appreciate it. It's just really nice to get some like honest feedback from your friends, you know. And yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for something you'd like to see, please comment down below. And also, if you think there's anything I could improve on, please let me know as well. I hope you like my background. Nature. Being in the nature without being in the nature. I kind of wish I was in the nature right now, but there's just too many outdoor factors that could really mess with the video, so we're not going to do that. Maybe another time, maybe we could do a hiking vlog. I would love that. Me and Dharma could do a hiking vlog because where she lives, it's lovely, it's countryside. It's really tranquil and there's plenty of places to do hikes, and this is perfect. I needed to get my makeup done today regardless, so I can do it for a video. I think I have most of what I need out on the table, and when I tell you my makeup is very simple, it's nothing crazy. I would like to do a more like glam, a more maybe glam night out kind of look. One of the days I'm trying to find my favorite concealer. Where is she? This is actually my best friend's concealer that she let me borrow. I don't know if she knows that I still have it, but girl, if you're watching this, I still have your concealer. I did my skin prep already. I'm actually using a brand that I purchased in Amsterdam. It's a Dutch brand, it's Eliza Jones, and I used the serum booster. It's like, so I just wanted to get you guys in a little closer so y'all can see what's going on. Okay, I've done all of my skin prep already, so my face is ready. I will do a skincare video, like a full daytime nighttime routine at some point, and I'll do it with Dharma because it's something that we would really enjoy. So my skin is prepped. Let's go in for it. I love to use a contour, and I have my own little mirror here, my little Charlotte Tilbury mirror, so I can see, we can both kind of see what's going on. So I like to start with a contour. This is a very cheap and cheerful one. It's from Primark. It's one of the best. This is actually my best friend's. I don't know if she knows that I still have it, but girl, if you're watching this, I have your concealer and your contour and your concealer. They're both very good, but amazing, and very cheap as well. The L'Oreal Infallible, best concealer ever. So I like to do a bit of contouring first. Very simple. It's a nice little sponge applicator. So I just honestly do two dots, 1, 2, 3, and obviously use your own products, but you can follow the video as well using your own. I like to do a tiny bit of nose contour. Honestly, for me, I always have to go small in the nose area because it can get very muddy on your nose, and sometimes I have gone out with my makeup done by myself obviously, and I've looked in the mirror and my nose has looked a bit terrifying, so I'm not going to do that again. And I like to use my Blank Canvas Cosmetics brush. These brushes are awesome. They've been with me for years and I would recommend them. They're really good. Like, look at that. It's literally blended it in a second. My favorite brush to use. I honestly use these for everything. For blush, for foundation. The only thing is I honestly don't wear foundation anymore. Full disclosure, I use sunbeds. I understand they're so bad for you, but it's like the quickest way. So I've worked the contour into my skin. I've used this brush all over. I honestly use this for everything. And I just kind of like to cut out the cheekbone area, a bit up here, a bit on the nose, and I like to put some here as well. I just think it makes my eyes look a bit better, makes them pop more. And I'm going to use two different concealers, as I mentioned before, the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hours. And then we have the Rimmel Taskmaster, I think it's called. Yeah. Multitasker, that's what it's called. This one is in a super light shade. It's so old that I can't tell anymore. I think it's 020 Fair. And this one is Bisque, 325 Bisque. As you can tell, don't mind the state of them. Obviously, these are my everyday use makeup. Like, they've been to different countries. So we have a slightly darker one and a slightly lighter one, and I like to mix the both. I always start with my lighter, I always start with my darker shade. And I honestly just put a tiny bit here, right here, on the nose and on the chin. Once you stop using foundation, going from wearing foundation full face all the time to just kind of doing contour and the basics and concealer has really changed my skin. I feel like it just feels lighter now. It feels better. I seen some photos before where it was like I could see my skin was just being drowned underneath all of the foundation, and I was kind of like, oh, that is not cute. So you live and you learn. Obviously everyone looks back at their like 2016 makeup and you're like, oh, I thought that was cute. But we used to have fun with makeup. We still do, obviously, but we used to be a lot more kind of free spirited with makeup back in the day. So you could literally mess up your makeup and someone would be like, that's a look. And I kind of wish we still had that going on, but at the same time I'm like, okay, at least my friends will tell me if I look crazy. So I'm using this kind of tapered brush here to blend in the dark shade first before anything. This is a really nice tapered brush. I think it came in a Morphe set. I'm not sure if it is Morphe, if I'm honest, because I've had this one for so long that the name has been erased off of it. So I blend it kind of halfway with my tapered brush, and I like to let it sit. For some people, obviously, if you find that your concealer dries really quickly and it creases a lot, obviously set it a lot faster. But these two that I use are actually really good, and they don't set like super quickly, so you can actually work with them for a good amount of time before they set. I'd like to add as well, this is honestly a super natural look. I would like to do a more kind of like Showtime look another day. When I have an event to go to, or even just for fun, I can do it, to be honest. When me and Dharma are together, we kind of get up to everything, so it'd be the perfect time to do it while I'm there with her. So I've finished with that one. I'm going to move on to the lighter shade now. And I'm just doing literally a dot, guys. Less is more. For me, I feel like with concealer, it's always a whole thing of less is more. I want to zoom you guys in a little because I feel like you can't see me. Hello? Can you see me now? I'm going in again with the same tapered brush, and it's kind of, for me, I really like to use the same brush that I've used with the first darker shade, and then I use it for the lighter shade too, because it just helps it kind of meld into the one color, just like so. And you can finish off the blending with the kind of big brush I was using before. This one right here, the blank canvas. The blank canvas brushes, I'm sorry, but unbeatable. Also, the blank canvas brushes and Morphe brushes, probably my two favorite ones. They're honestly multifaceted. Like, you use them for everything and anything. In terms of powder, the next one I'm gonna use, sorry, not the next one, but the one I will be using is my Morphe. This came in a 2-pack. It was actually a kind of translucent color and a pinkier shade. The pinky shade is literally very good for highlighting your under eye, and this is kind of for all over. So we have the pinkier one and the kind of classic translucent. They're actually the cutest things ever. It was a really good price as well. It was 2 for 20, something like that. Really good, travel friendly, so we love that. And I'm getting another blank canvas brush, another one that's my favorite here. We have the E62. This one is I use for everything, as you can see. Look at the beautiful dust coming off of it. So I'm gonna put a tiny bit of the pink underneath my eyes. I like to mix it with the regular translucent as well, because it can be too pink. That's the one thing I do love about pink shades. They're so nice, but if you do too much, it can look a bit crazy, obviously. Less is more. And I'm also using this essence. So as well as the other ones, if you see any cuts in the videos, it's me going back and forth, so I do apologize. But I'm using the pink and the translucent Morphe, and also the essence All About the Matte. It's this beautiful white. Ignore the packaging, it has been through the wars. But I like a very, very, very light under eye, so I use a mix of the pink and the translucent. And I'm just setting right underneath my eye like so. It kind of, honestly, it instantly sets wherever. Like, this is what I love about the Morphe items. They're honestly such a good price. It's like friendly for any budget, honestly. And then I get the white one from the Essence All About the Matte, and I'm putting that right under here just to completely brighten my under eye area. It's kind of baking at the same time. I like to leave a little bit excess of the white one just right underneath here, like that. So as you can tell, especially on the camera, it looks very, the ring light is obviously accentuating how white it looks, but it's very dusty over here, guys. It's very dusty. I'm gonna use the rest of what I have left in the cap of the Morphe thing just to set the rest of my face. I'm using this brush here. Amazing for setting. I believe this is a Morphe as well. I could be wrong. The name has been rubbed off, but I usually do have Morphes, so I think it could be a Morphe brush. So I'm using a tiny bit of that, and I'm just pressing it in. You can dust it, but for me, I have oily skin. I have kind of combination skin, oily here and here, dry here. So I like to press it in, especially on my forehead, because throughout the day, this is going to melt off your face, I'm telling you now. And I'm just kicking away the excess white from underneath my eyes. I'm going to get a little bit more and just make sure my face is completely mattified. Because the makeup on it, I've made sure that we're a lot more zoomed in now so you can kind of see what's going on my face. So it's definitely nice and bright under here. That's what I love to see. So I'm done with my powders, my setting stuff. I'm gonna move in now with a blush, and we're gonna use my OG, my go-to. I'm not sure if people use this anymore, which I think is quite funny, but it's the Dandelion by Benefit, my favorite. Look at her, she's beautiful. So I'm gonna just get that and really pink up this face. I love blush. A makeup look without blush for me just doesn't do it. I feel like blush can really be a game changer. So I'm using this kind of really nice, it's very nice, like light dusty pink, and I like to mix it with another Primark find. Look how cute she is. This is the cream blusher in, if I could find the name, that'd be amazing. This doesn't, I don't think this one actually has a name. It's basically, it's a very kind of orangey shade. I'll show you. I've hit pan, as you can tell. It's one of my favorites. It's a cross between a kind of powder and a cream. It's perfect. It doesn't slip off of your face, which is nice. I used to never think that this shade could suit me, but honestly, I think it could suit anyone. Like any like eye. Usually, I feel like it's what goes with your eye color, if that makes sense. But honestly, I've seen people with brown eyes, hazel eyes, all the colors, like rocking all the different shades. So I think it's just like finding the makeup that pairs with it, and this one blends out like a literal dream. And I can't get over how cheap the items are in Primark, and like they really are good. I've had these blushes for years. I also have it in like a pinkier shade as well. So next I'm gonna do eyebrows, and for eyebrows I did have my eyebrow pencil. Yeah, I have right here the Catrice Slimatic Ultra Precise. Best thing ever. It has obviously the spoolie on one end. It hasn't been used yet. It's brand new. And the look. See this? I love when it's super thin. Like you can draw with this. Chunky ones never did me any justice. Also, I have some gaps in my eyebrows, so I like to fill them in with this. It's nice and thin. So I'm just going to do that. I don't go crazy with it. I honestly just draw a line from here to here. You're kind of like filling the underneath area, and then on top as well. I'm following like the curvature of my eyebrow. For me, my desired shape of eyebrow is short. My eyebrows are actually naturally down to here, but I've shaved them. I think that this was a phase for people at some stage where they were honestly just chopping off their eyebrows, obviously for the look of it, but I think they were doing it because they wanted to shape the ends of their eyes differently. Eyebrows, not eyes. Make it make sense, Ivona. But for me, I always thought that a shorter brow suited my face structure. Like the longer ones, obviously still beautiful. Like at the end of the day, it's my natural eyebrow. It's like the eyebrow I was intended to have. But for some reason, I've always just enjoyed shortening my eyebrow. And I like to make the ends of my eyebrow quite dark in comparison to the rest of my eyebrow. So that's filled out now. And I obviously need to brush it out a little bit because it's very intense right now. But once you brush it out, honestly, it's like it's giving my eyebrow, but better. And so we're going to set everything that we've done to our eyebrows with the Benefit Eyebrow Control Gel. This one I believe has a shade. Once again, I need new products, obviously. All of the names have been rubbed off, but honestly, that's how you can tell it's a good product. Like, I haven't switched up on these products in a while. I would love to do kind of like a come shop with me maybe, and we can buy some products like in like Boots or something, or Brand Thomas. That would be so nice. So I'm using this to just finish off my eyebrows like so. I mostly focus the color towards the ends of my eyebrows because personally I like it to be light here going into dark, even when you can see the gap right there. That's what I gotta be dealing with. You can literally tell the difference it does. Like, it's amazing. Even when I dye my eyebrows, I don't dye them all the time, but when I do, I like to keep, I go in with one whole kind of splotch of the color, and then I wait a few minutes and I wipe off right here, and then you let this set for a while, and then you take it off and you have literal perfect eyebrows. If you've never tried that kind of technique before, please do, and tell me in the comments what you thought of it. Literally my favorite. We're so close to the finish line now. I'm gonna go in with my brush again. I have an angled one that we could use. This angled one here, this tapered kind of one, is really good for contour, and I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Nudegasm face palette, my tried and true. I've had this one for so long that I'm not even gonna show you what it looks like because it's kind of terrifying. I'm using the slightly lighter shade mixed in with the darker one. I believe these have names. They kind of don't have names. We're gonna pretend they have names, okay? So we're gonna use the slightly lighter shade and the slightly darker together, and I like to press it in a bit here, here, here on the nose, and then I grab a tiny bit more and I pull kind of my hair back, and I'm going in all over my hairline, just like so. You can use, I like to use whatever excess I have left just on my eyes like so, and it gives you just a really nice kind of sculpted result. I used to contour a lot more aggressively, but it just didn't suit me, and I seen it in photos and in obviously mirrors as well, in reflections. I was like, okay, I kind of look a bit scary, so I'm gonna stop doing that. So we're contoured now, we are blushed up. I think what's next is highlight, mascara, and then we'll finish with a lip. With a little lip. Some of my lip product actually isn't with me right now. I just have what I have in my little guest bag right here. We're kind of dealing with the basics right now. I have a lot more makeup at home in my little studio area, but we're not there right now, so we're working with what we've got. I could go for a tinted gloss or a nude. I think I'll go with a nude today just because it's kind of my go-to. So highlight I will do near the end as well. So first I'm getting my eyelash curler. She's pink, she's beautiful. I'm pretty sure this is a Disney princess. Disney princess eyelash curler, and I'm just literally going, I'll kind of look up while I do it. If your eyes are hurting when you do this, by the way, you're pulling on your eyelashes way too much. I used to do that, and I kind of tilt it towards my inner corner because for some reason my inner eyelashes never really get curled, so I'm doing the exact same thing. One thing I'm missing as well is my MAC Fix It setting spray. That is 1000% what I would use at the end of the. So yeah, it's very unfortunate, but I don't have my MAC Fix It setting spray, so we're gonna be setting with nothing today. Oh well. If anyone also has any recommendations for a good editing software, sorry for the shakiness of the camera, ignore that. But if anyone has any good recommendations for a good editing software, I would be over the moon. Right now I'm just using InShot. Obviously it's kind of like a very beginner type thing, but InShot so far has treated me really well, so I quite like it. So my eyelashes are curled. Now this Kiko mascara, best ever. The Kiko Milano Luxurious Lashes Waterproof Mascara. Like, look at her. I hope you can see. She is my favorite. So we're gonna coat the lashes in that. I kind of like a spider. As I was saying, I quite like a spider lash moment. I understand for some people that can be a bit intense and it can look bad, but for me, I just really like it. There's some makeup trends that have like never left me. They're with me till this day. But this mascara is so good at coating each and every lash, and when I tell you, this stuff is hard to remove, and in the best way possible, where you could go for a full night out or you could cry or anything, and this is not budging. So if there's any mascara I would recommend to bits, it's the Kiko Milano waterproof luxurious lashes mascara. I hope I said the name right. It's a bit of a tongue twister, guys. So I'm just filling in that. I'm giving it that length that they kind of do have, but you can never tell because I have the lightest eyelashes ever. Sometimes without makeup it looks like I have none, and it's quite unfortunate because they're actually pretty long, but you can't really tell unless I'm wearing mascara. I wanted to actually talk a little bit more about myself as well. So at the moment I'm studying a psychology course. I'd love to graduate with a psychology degree. And my main aim, by the way, so for my lips to outline, I'm just going in with my eyebrow pencil. I know that sounds crazy, but the color of this is so good for a nude lip, like nude with pink. But basically, yes, I'm studying. I just did a QQI level 7. It's a 1-year degree for psychology. And I'm graduating in like a few months, 2 to 3 months, I believe. And with that, I'm going to progress on to doing a level 7 or 8 in psychology, and that's when it's gonna get serious and when I can hopefully start looking at jobs to do with psychology, obviously after I graduate. At the moment I'm currently awaiting a start date for my job, aka it's an ILV and ASU worker, an airport search unit officer. I'm basically the person that makes sure you don't bring anything illicit onto the plane, anything that shouldn't be there. Anything nefarious will be taken off of you by me. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. My main aim is to just get this psychology degree. I've always wanted a job where I can help people, and if that's true, being someone's therapist or counselor, I would be over the moon. That's it. That's all I want in this life. And to travel more. I've actually been to a good few locations these past few years. I obviously haven't grown up with like the most amount of money in the world, so traveling for me being able to go to anywhere recently has really meant a lot to me because I didn't have much growing up. So when it came to going anywhere abroad, it was obviously up to me to like, you know, get the tickets and save up. So it really meant a lot to me when I did get to travel to here and there. And like, there was a point where I probably would have thought I would never leave. I really need to stop shaking my camera. There was a point where I honestly thought I would never leave Ireland, and it was because I didn't think I'd have the means, and I used to be terrified of planes, and now I love being on the plane. Like, I actually love it. I could fall asleep on the plane. I love having a nice drink while we're lifting off. So yeah, I'm really grateful to say that I've traveled to so many places these past 2-3 years, simply because I worked for it. I really did work for it, and I'm really proud of myself for going and doing it. And going out of my comfort zone, if I didn't push myself, I honestly would have traveled nowhere, and I would have beat myself up for it. I got to go to some really awesome places. My favorite trip, well, I've been to actually so many, I'm really grateful. Thank you, God. But one of my favorite places, last but not least, so I didn't even tell you, I'm sorry, I was lost in the sauce. Favorite matte lip, we'll just call it matte lip. Matte lip cream is the Sephora Soft Matte and Easy in shade 04. Does it say anything? It doesn't really have a name, but it's 04. Gorgeous shade, so small, so easy to bring everywhere, best thing ever. Mixed with the liner I obviously used for my eyebrows, but it's such a good shade. Like, it's such a good shade for a nude, I'm not gonna lie. It's 035, by the way. Ash brown by lovely Catrice. Catrice has some really good finds as well, and it's also such a good price. So I'm gonna end it all with the Technique Get Gorgeous liquid highlighter. Whenever I wear this highlighter, I shit you not, excuse the profanity, I will try to like blur and beep that out. I'm still learning with the editing, so it's actually quite funny. If there's ever a curse word left out, just know I'm learning. But this color is so beautiful. Every time I wear it, someone asks me about it, or they just comment on it and say that it's really nice. So That's how you know. When strangers tell you something is good, that's how you know. And I'm putting a bit on my nose. So, obviously cheeks and nose. I want to put a bit extra just so you guys can really see how intense you can make this. And you don't need to set this or anything. It honestly, once you kind of rub it into your skin, I have to keep it in a Ziploc bag because it literally explodes. I'm pretty sure one of my good friends, Layla, got that for me. So Layla, if you ever watch my videos, thank you. It's literally my favorite highlighter. So thank you, Layla. This is genuinely my favorite highlighter, and I'm just using my finger to kind of rub it in. With liquid highlighters, I don't usually use brushes because I feel like you do need your kind of heat from, like, you know, your hand to really melt it into your skin. Can you see it? Can y'all see it? Can you see it from outer space? That is the question. Obviously, I always put it at the tip of my nose and on the bridge a bit. I find this highlighter so funny because I love it. But I'm telling you, whenever I do it, my mom is usually the one that comments on it, and she's like, you look like the Tin Man. She's like, you look like the Tin Man. I was like, okay, Mom. I was not aiming for the Tin Man, but it is what it is. She's so funny. I would love to do a full face of makeup on her, but I think she would hate it. I'm sorry, I kind of spit. I'm so sorry, guys. I think she would hate it. I think she would be like, girl, get this off of me now. She's just not a makeup girly the way I am. And we're gonna end it with another product I got from Amsterdam. It's called Bonjolie. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's a plumping lip oil. This stuff is spicy. So if you're ever planning on buying it, can you see it? If you're ever planning on buying it, make sure this doesn't enter your mouth because it tastes like ass. Like, it's actually so... It's so, like, spicy for no reason. I always love putting a gloss on top of a matte because the matte is so adhered to your lip that it is not moving, girl. Even with the gloss on top. So, that is it. That is my makeup look. I'd love to talk a lot more. Maybe I could even do like a sit down. Yes, if I want to just shake the camera to no end. Maybe I could do like a sit down and just talk video one of the days. But that is it. That is my full daily makeup. So that is it, guys. That is my full makeup done. I'm just trying to like squish down to get my face in the camera. I swear I'll do better next time, guys. But like, yeah. It's giving. Is it giving? I think it's giving. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sitting through this. I hope it was like somewhat watchable. I really do. I'm gonna go now and clean up this area because it looks like a bomb has hit. And I hope you all have a lovely day, okay? Kisses. See you soon. Hopefully Dharma will be in the video next. At Dharma. What am I seeing you, girl? Pull up. Bye.